I'm going to open the floor now for anyone who has concerns or accolades for this governing body. I urge you to keep it to 5 minutes, and I'm hoping that we can have a civil meeting here this evening. The floor is open. Yes, Mr. Nardiello.
Good evening, Anthony Nardiello, 1559 Ridgeway Street. Mr. Mayor, congratulations. It's quite an achievement there. I come here a couple of meetings ago regarding an incident at my house on Ridgeway Street regarding a dumping of cats. And at that time, Mr. Mayor, I had told you I didn't file a police report because I told you that nothing was going to be done about it. So I have here a blank citizen's report, and if people at home can see this, that's what it amounted to. I did go and file a police report. And what happened was I got a letter from one of your detective sergeants who said that they couldn't investigate it at this time because the license plate was wrong and it's signed by an auto pen. After that, I supplied him with the correct license plate, and then I was told to take the matter to the municipal court. Now, my taking to the municipal court is not an investigation. It seems that your police department, particularly detectives, are acting as minimalists in this matter. I do have a letter here from the state police because a state trooper is involved with this, and I wonder if this officer could give this to you for your reference. So, Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry, although I like to be right, I'm sorry that it had turned out this way, that the police department isn't going to do anything on this matter. The other towns in the area, their police departments take a more active role in investigations, and I would stand here very confidently and say that if this incident happened at Mr. Zeiser's Clark house or his Manahawkin house or anybody's house up there on that dais, there would be an investigation. I believe the police department knows that they investigate this, they know where this is going to lead because they are aware of who instigated this matter. So ideally, I would expect some detectives to come to my house and question me about this. There's more to it than just what you see here, but I'm certainly not going to hold my breath for it. I'm glad that I was right, but Mr. Mayor, your police department is doing a minimalist job, and Ms. Cavadas, as police commissioner, you should take a special interest in this. We pay a lot of taxes in this town. Your police department is very well compensated for what they do, and this is, I think, is lousy police protection. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Should let Dan respond. Dan, excuse me. Dan, could you come up? I know we have a response from the police department in reference to this particular complaint, and Dan, you may want to explain a little bit further as to the process that takes place.
What we did here was, at first he supplied us with the wrong license plate. He was sent a letter saying it's the wrong license plate. Then he sent us the right license plate. And our policy is not to give the information out. He has to go to municipal court. He has to sign a complaint against the people that he claims are harassing him. None of my police officers witnessed it. There's nothing for us to investigate. His insanity goes beyond bounds. Okay, it's been going on for 9 years, this guy, and if I tell you the truth, I personally had it, and I'm sure the police department has too, but let him go do what he's got to do.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
My fan club is applauding me. First of all, I have a video of who came, who didn't come.
Okay, Mr.
Mr. Zeiser doesn't want to do a thing about this.
Let me see the letter.
Let me move forward with this. It says that, and according to the director, is that you have to go to the municipal court to file this. Now, if that's the procedure that needs to be taken care of,
But Mr. Mayor, that's not an investigation.
yeah.
I mean, they don't come to your house to take a look and question people. They just you go to municipal court and do it yourself. So what is Mr. Zeiser's role there?
Where the cops going to be? Where the cops going to be?
Dan.
That's not my point.
Dan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mister. Go back into your business world ahead.
Let me see the letter.
I just did.
Oh.
You are an arrogant old alien.
Thank you, Dick.
Mayor, if
I've
I
had it with you too, Mr. Zeiser.
Mr. Nardiello.
Go back to your Mason meeting.
Dan.
That goes for you too, Mr. Morano.
Mayor, if I may, Mr.
Mr.
Nardiello.
Nardiello. Mr. Nardiello.
Mayor, if I may, it's my understanding.
Mr. Nardiello. Go ahead, Dan.
Yes.
Mayor, it's my understanding that the license plate deals with a car registered to a facility in Roselle. So, Mr. Nardiello, if you have any concerns for investigation, I suggest you contact the Roselle Police Department, because any issue that would arise vis-a-vis that license plate and that registered car would take place in Roselle, not here in the Township of Union.
So they're not going to investigate, question, anything else?
At this point in time, Mr. Nardiello, I'm not going to tell you what the police department is or is not doing, okay? Because we don't actually divulge whether or not there's an active investigation going on. But at this time, I would suggest that if the car was registered to someone in Roselle or a facility in Roselle, that you direct your complaint to the Municipal Court in Roselle, not here in the Township of Union. Because that, if there's any offense that took place, I assume it would be Roselle. Okay?
Well, it happened here, so the complaint would be signed here.
I'm just understanding that the registered owner of the car belongs to a facility in Roselle. I'm not going to say any more at this time. And again, we cannot divulge right now whether or not there's an active investigation going on here in the Township of Union.
Well, then let me ask you this, Mr. Anthony. Why would the police department tell me to go to the local court to file a complaint and not Roselle?
No, I'm telling you that right now, but you do have the right to go to our municipal court and file your own complaint.
Okay.
Whether or not they have jurisdiction, that will be determined at the, once you get to court. But that was just my advice and my opinion. I'm not saying to follow it, but again, you were probably just told to go to Union and file your complaint here. But again, I can't divulge any more information at this point in time.
I see.
Okay, thank you, Dan.
Mr. Mayor, you see the outburst of your employees?
Thank you, Mr. Nardiello. Is there anyone else?
The meeting's done, I'll do it. I couldn't live, officer, why don't you pick it up?
Is there anyone else?
Tell you what, I'll pick it up. Thank you. Because things like this shouldn't be happening in this town. Daniel Beyrent, 1555 Ridgeway Street. I'd like to call Police Director Zezer back up to the podium here. There's a wonderful program here.
What does it before
There's a wonderful program here called Santa in Blue.
It says what?
Santa in Blue. It's run
Santa
by
in
Sergeant Ball of the Union Police Department. And in the name of the Union NJ Then and Now, online, aka the Utan Clan, we're kicking off the holiday season by donating a $25 Amex gift card to the Santa in Blue program. I just wanted to give this to you for Sergeant Ball.
Thank you. On behalf of Santa Blue, thank you.
And I wanted to thank you all.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
I received an email last week from one of our town favorites, Mr. Nardiello.
Name?
Carmen Morano, Building Department. I received an email, and Mr. Nardiello was claiming that I didn't act quick enough. Well, what I did, I gave his neighbor an extension on painting parts of his house that were peeling because it rained for a week straight. And then he went on to say, why does he have toys and stuff in his yard? Well, if he didn't have a 12-foot ladder in the middle of his yard and looked over the fence every day, he wouldn't have seen it. But anyway, then he went on to say that I'm a disgrace to the job I hold and to Italians. So I just want to say to Mr. Nardiello, I do more for Italians in 1 hour than Mr. Nardiello has done in his complete lifetime. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? No response.